He had nothing, but he dared to dream big anyway. His shoes were torn, his clothes were old and worn. He walked miles to school every single cold morning. Other kids laughed, but he never looked back once. He sat in the front row and listened so carefully. His teacher noticed his hunger to learn and grow. She gave him extra books and stayed after school. He read those books under the moonlight every night. His mother worked hard washing clothes for other families. She told him, "Son, your mind is your treasure." He never forgot those words. His mother softly spoke. He studied harder than anyone else in his village. Exams came, and he sat down with great confidence. His hands were shaking, but his heart was strong. He passed with the highest score in the school. The whole village could not believe what they saw. A poor boy had beaten all the wealthy students. His teacher cried with joy and hugged him tight. His mother fell to her knees and thanked God. He looked at the sky and whispered, "This is beginning." Years passed, and the boy kept pushing himself forward. He earned a scholarship to study in a big city. He carried one small bag and a heart full of dreams. The city was loud, fast, and sometimes very scary. He felt alone many nights in his tiny room. But he remembered his mother's hands, rough from hard work. He remembered his torn shoes walking on that cold road. And he said, "I will not waste this chance ever." He woke up early and slept late every night. He worked a part-time job to pay his small bills. His friends gave up, but he chose to stay strong. One morning, a big company called him for an interview. He wore his only clean shirt and walked in confidently. They asked him hard questions, and he answered every one. The manager smiled and said, "You are exactly who we need." He got the job, and tears fell down his face. He called his mother and said, "Mama, we made it." She cried and laughed at the very same time. The whole village celebrated that night under bright open stars. He sent money home and never forgot where he came from. Today he speaks to young students all around the country. He tells them, "Your poverty is not your final destiny." He says, "Work hard, stay honest, and never stop believing." He still keeps his old torn shoe as a reminder. It reminds him of every hard step he once walked. It reminds him that struggle is not the end ever. It is only the beginning of something truly beautiful ahead. Every dream begins in a dark and quiet small place. Every great person once stood exactly where you stand now. So stand tall, keep going, and trust your own journey. Your background does not define where your life will go. Many people believe their past is their permanent final address. They think poverty means they are stuck forever in struggle. But history proves that wrong again and again every time. The poorest people have risen to the greatest heights possible. They came from broken homes, empty plates, and torn shoes. Yet they refuse to let their beginning become their ending. Your birthplace is just a starting point. Nothing more ever. It does not have the power to stop your dreams. You are far greater than the place you came from. Look at the world around you with fresh and open eyes. Some of the greatest leaders grew up with almost nothing. They did not have money, connections, or a powerful family. What they had was a burning desire deep inside them. That desire pushed them out of bed every single morning. It made them study when others were sleeping and resting. It made them work when others were playing and relaxing. Desire is the fuel that background can never take away. Nobody can steal what burns silently inside your own heart. That fire is yours and only you can grow it. People will look at you and see only your struggle. They will see your old clothes and your small house. They will count your problems before they count your problems, before they count your potential. Do not let their limited vision become your personal reality ever. Others see your present situation, but you must see further. You must see the version of yourself 5 years ahead. That future version is waiting for you to show up. He is waiting for your decision to finally get serious. She is waiting for you to stop doubting your worth. Your potential does not shrink just because your wallet does. Every morning you wake up is a brand new opportunity. It is a chance to learn one more important thing. It is a chance to take one more brave step. Poor boys and girls have changed entire countries and generations. They rewrote laws, built companies, and inspired millions of people. They did it without a perfect start or easy road. They did it because they decided their story was theirs. You also have that same decision sitting right before you. Your background handed you a challenge, not a life sentence. A mother's words can change the entire direction of your life. She does not need a degree to give great wisdom. She speaks from a place deeper than any book ever. Her words come from love, sacrifice, and years of struggle. When she looks at you, she sees your hidden potential. She sees what the world has not yet discovered in you. A mother believes in her child before the world does. And that belief, spoken out loud, becomes a lifelong anchor. It holds you steady when every storm tries to break you. Her voice becomes the voice you hear in your darkest moment. Think about the boy in the story for just a moment. He had no money, no connections, and no easy path. The world gave him very little to work with daily. But his mother gave him something no money could ever buy. She said, "Son, you're min. D is your greatest real treasure." Those 9 words rewired the way he saw his own life. He stopped looking at what he lacked and felt ashamed of. He started looking at what he carried inside his own mind. One sentence from a loving mother shifted his entire inner world. That is the extraordinary and lasting power of a mother's words. Words spoken with love land differently than any other words do. They bypass the brain and go straight into the heart. They stay there quietly, even when everything else is forgotten completely. You may forget a teacher's lesson or a friend's good advice, but you never forget what your mother whispered in hard times. Her words become a soundtrack playing softly in your background, always. When you feel like quitting, her voice reminds you to stay. When you feel worthless, her words remind you of your value. When the road gets dark, her belief lights your next step. A mother's words are seeds that grow slowly, but grow deeply. Not every mother speaks with perfect grammar or educated vocabulary daily. Some mothers speak in broken sentences and simple village language only, but the message they carry is always perfectly clear and strong. You are capable. You are loved, and you can do this. That message does not need fancy words to change a life. It just needs to be spoken honestly, repeatedly, and with love. The boy carried those words from a small village to success. He carried them into exam halls, interviews, and lonely city nights. Every step he took was powered by what his mother said. Her words walked with him everywhere he went in his journey. Consistency is the one skill that will never betray you. Talent is a gift, but consistency is a daily choice. Many talented people are sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. They had the skills, the brains, and the golden opportunity, but they lacked the discipline to show up every single day. They started strong, and then slowly faded away into silence. Consistency is what separates the dreamers from the actual achievers always. It is not about being perfect or having everything figured out. It is about doing the work even when you feel tired. It is about showing up even when nobody is watching you. Look at the boy in this story one more time. He was not the smartest student in his entire school. He did not have private tutors or expensive learning materials ever. What he had was a simple and powerful daily routine. He read under moonlight when others had already gone to sleep. He woke up early when others chose comfort over their growth. He did this not once or twice, but every single day. That daily repetition slowly built something nobody could take from him. It built knowledge, confidence, and an unshakable belief in himself completely. Consistency turned an ordinary poor boy into an extraordinary, inspiring man. The world celebrates talent because talent is visible and exciting always. People clap for the gifted singer and the naturally smart student, but nobody claps for the person who quietly works every night. Nobody notices the person who reads one extra page every day. Nobody sees the person who practices one more hour than others. But those unseen hours are exactly where real success is built. The spotlight finds the consistent worker, not just the talented one. Because talent without consistency is like a car without any fuel. It looks impressive parked in the driveway on a sunny day, but it will never take you anywhere meaningful or truly far. Others gave up, and that is the most important detail here. They had the same chances, the same teachers, the same time, but they chose comfort when the journey became difficult and long. Giving up feels like relief in the short and easy term, but it becomes the heaviest regret you carry for years ahead. The boy did not give up on his cold, hard nights. He did not give up when the city felt big and scary. He kept going because he understood one simple but powerful truth. Results do not come from one great day of hard effort. They come from many ordinary days of quiet and steady work. Success means nothing if you forget the road that built you. The boy in the story never threw away his torn shoe. That old shoe was not trash or something to be ashamed of. It was a symbol of every hard step he once walked. It reminded him of cold mornings and miles of empty road. It reminded him of hunger, struggle, and a mother's tired hands. He kept it not because he was stuck in the past. He kept it because the past had made him who he was. Remembering where you came from keeps your heart soft and grateful. Gratitude is the foundation that holds all real success together strongly. Many people change completely once success finally arrives in their life. They buy new clothes and suddenly forget their old humble friends. They move to a new city and stop calling their family. They start speaking differently and looking down on simpler living people. This kind of success is shallow, and it never lasts long, because a tree that cuts its own roots cannot stand tall. You need your roots, even when you have grown very high. Your roots are your family, your village, and your difficult past. They are the reason you fought so hard to get here. Forgetting them is like erasing the most important pages of yourself. The boy sent money home, and that one act meant everything. It meant he remembered his mother's rough and tired working hands. It meant he remembered the sacrifice she made washing other people's clothes. Sending money was not just a financial act of basic support. It was a message that said, "I have not forgotten you." It was loyalty, love, and deep respect, all wrapped into one. True success always looks back and reaches a hand behind itself. It lifts others who are still standing on that same hard road. It says, "I made it, and I will help you too." That is the kind of success that actually means something real. Humility is not weakness, and it is not a small thing. It is the mark of someone who truly understands their own journey. The greatest people in the world carry their story with pride. They do not hide their struggle or pretend it never happened. They use their past as a bridge to connect with others. They say, "I was once exactly where you are standing now." And those words give hope to everyone still fighting in silence. Your story of struggle is not something to feel ashamed about. It is your most powerful tool to inspire the people around you. Keep your roots alive, stay humble, and never stop giving back.